Here we have for sale our one owner from new, September 2021 on a 71 plate Ford Transit Custom Signature. This is the 300 model, which means it's got the 3-ton gross vehicle weight. It's got the 2-litre EcoBlue Euro 6 diesel engine producing 130 PS, which is roughly 130 brake horsepower. That is accompanied with the 6-speed manual gearbox. And this is the L2 or long wheelbase limited panel van. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Ford Transit Custom Limited of this age. I'll say this is our signature model, so I'll talk you through all the bits which we have added on it during our preparation. Also what we've done to it mechanically during preparation. We'll have a really close look at the condition around this particular vehicle, point out any blemishes or discrepancies on the van. Also talk to you a bit about the service history as well, seeing as that it is currently available for sale with us here at Bridgend Van Centre. So starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open in that sort of fashion. This one being a factory limited, it does come with a number of elements which are colour coded. That includes the door handles all round, the bumpers, so the rear bumper, the front bumper, the wing mirror trims, and also trims like these down the side of the van, and also this here above the rear number plate, all come colour coded in the body colour. Having a look at the condition then of the rear doors, and you can see there's a lovely gloss to the paintwork. You can see my reflection there, unfortunately, very clearly, but it's in really good order throughout looking at the back of the van. The only thing to sort of point it down on is this little pin dent, which is just here above my finger. Now, we haven't had our paintless dent removal specialist look at that one just yet, but we certainly will direct him towards that, and I'm sure that will certainly be in well, it will certainly be improved by the time you see this video. But other than that, it's in really good condition here at the rear of the van. Having a look at the rear bumper, again, a couple of small little touch-ins and things like that, as you can probably just see here above my finger in the very center part of the rear bumper. But this is almost to be expected because it's usually such a high traffic area in and out of the back of the van. But as I say, neatly touched in the correct color. But it is worth noting that if you get sort of low down here, you will see a few little marks and touch-ins here on the rear bumper. You also get rear parking sensors as standard on the Limited, and you also get front parking sensors as standard as well. If we open up the rear doors, then we can start to have a look inside the back of the van. You've got these little yellow arms. Give that a pull. That clips into place there against the rear door, and that allows you to open it up to its full 180-degree position, and you can do exactly the same with the other door as well. Inside the back of the van then, you can see that this one has got brand new ply lining in the back of the van. Now, anyone familiar with how we prepare our vans, you'll know that the vast majority of panel vans go through this process with ourselves. So we usually strip everything out that's in the back of the van, put brand new ply lining in the back of here, and you can see it's done very nicely sealed around the edges. You get full rear door coverage as well, with even like these little infills here. So it's a really nice job and gives you maximum protection inside the van. So if you've got cargo moving around in here when you're driving, it's not going to cause a nasty outward dent on the side of your nice new lovely van. The flooring then, the Limited comes with this nice hard wearing plastic flooring, which is fantastic, easy to keep nice and clean. You can sweep that out very easily, and there's also plenty of tie down points in the back of the van as well. And you can also see the factory fitted bulkhead there, which does have the load through hatch in the bottom left hand corner down here, so you can load longer items through underneath the passenger seats. A nice little optional extra on this van is it has got the LED load lights, so it makes a big difference in lower light conditions there inside the back of the van. But again, just looking at the sort of painted areas inside here, it's all in fantastic order inside the load space, absolutely ready to be used for whatever its next purpose is going to be, whether that's going to be for work, for leisure, or maybe a mixture of both. I mentioned, you'll have heard me mention right at the start of the video, this is what we call our Transit Custom Signature. Now, a signature is our styling kit which we put on the vehicles, but also signature to us means the level of preparation that goes into these vans as well. So this is a BVC signature van, and as I say, it's not just styling, it's also the level of detail that it goes into preparing them. But anyway, part of the body kit is the rear spoiler there, and that ties in really nicely with some of the other sporty elements which are on the van. So if we go around to the passenger side here, you can see that this van is also fitted with a really nice set of Caliber T-Sport 18-inch gloss black alloy wheels. These are fully load rated with load rated tyres, and they're all absolutely brand new, so you don't need to worry about any tyre wear or any curbing marks to the wheels. And I think they're a fantastic wheel, especially on a black van like this. I think the gloss black just really sets it off very well. Another part of the styling is the sidebars just there, and also the roof bars as well. And I say these elements just really tie everything together quite nicely. I'll come around to a bit more on the front, which is where the sort of the main action is on the Signature. So looking down the passenger side here and looking in the reflections again, you can just see how clean and straight this is down the side of the van. And this is what I really like to do in these videos, is have a look in these sort of more dynamic angles that you're not going to be able to see in pictures, and you can just see how the reflections are moving, and that will give you a really good indication of how clean and straight it is. As I say, there's no dents or ripples. It is in beautiful condition down the side of the van. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that I can point out here, any little touch-ins or marks. I must say there's not much I can really fault this on. It's looking very, very good indeed. If we open up the passenger door then, the side loading door should I say, this gives you another aspect of the load space. So it gives you another look at the bulkhead, also the floor and the load space there in the back. Now if we open up the passenger door, the front passenger door, this will give you a look inside the cab. So looking at the door card there, that's in really good order. Same with the step, the flooring under there. You can see the flooring in the center here. It's all in really good order throughout. Same with the passenger seats. So lovely condition there of the passenger seats. You can actually flip these up, flip these forward to give you some more storage space. And as I mentioned, the Signature to us is not just the styling, but it's also the level of preparation. You can see, and even underneath the seats, in every little nook and cranny, everything under here, it is prepped as well as anywhere else you will see on the van. And as I wish they would, they don't come in to us, unfortunately, looking brand new like this under here. It does take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and we take a lot of pride in preparing them to this standard. So as I say, we really like to highlight that, of course, on the videos. And you can see here in the center then, fold down cup holders, or fold down work tray should I say, a couple of cup holders there, and also somewhere to store your paperwork as well. Looking at the glove box, tiny little mark just there on the top left of the glove box, but it's very common to see a lot of marks on here. This is actually certainly one of the better ones. This is looking very nice indeed. Plenty of cup holders on these vans, bit of extra storage up there on top of the dashboard as well. We'll continue around to the front end then. As I mentioned, this is the sort of the main event of the Signature. Of course, you'd have seen this right at the start of the video, but this is the big change, and that is the front splitter that is added to these vans. So on a black van like this, everything is just stealthed out black basically. So these are actually two different blacks. So this is this part is the black of the body color, and then the fins, this lower front splitter, and also this insert on the front here are all done in gloss black. As I say, you're not really going to tell they're two different blacks, but as I say, that is the big change around the front end of the van. Also a big change is the grille. So we put on this big sort of Ford grille, as you can see here. This is meant to be a sort of a Ford trail style front grille, and I think when you tie that into the front splitter, the wheels, sidebars, everything else considered, I think that is a fantastic looking van. We've worked for a good few years now trying to refine this package to get it to what you can see here, and I'm really happy with the end result. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Looking at the front of the van then, let's have a look at the condition here. So I can see a couple of stone chips. You can see one there just above my finger there. A couple of, as I say, small little stone chips, which of course you're going to get on any used van. You can see one just there, and again, these have just been neatly touched in the correct colour to take the eye off it, make sure they're not going to get any worse. But as I say, unfortunately, it is pretty much unavoidable. The same goes with the front bumper. You're going to get some stone chips to the front bumper as well. As I say, pretty much unavoidable. This is absolutely consistent with its age and mileage, so there's not really that many on here, but as I say, if there are, I'll gladly point them out to you. Looking at the headlights then, you get that lovely LED daytime running light around the outside of the headlights, and of course you get front fog lights as well. And as I mentioned a bit earlier, front parking sensors also. Looking down the driver side of the vehicle then, and again, just looking in those reflections, you can see how clean and straight that is. Looking very smart. Very nice condition, I must say, on the body of this van. Just looking tiniest little sort of hairline. Nothing mark there really, but as I say, if I can see it, I'll gladly point it out to you. But yeah, there's not really much else I can fault it on. It's looking very, very nice indeed. Are they even marks? No, they're not even marks. But yeah, there's not really much I can fault it on otherwise on the outside of the van. It's looking very, very clean and tidy. we open up the driver's door then, we can start to have a look inside here. So looking at the driver's door card, the step, the floor, the driver's seat. You've got height adjustability here on the driver's seat, and this is adjustability of the front of the seat, or what we call thigh adjustment. Of course, you've got the armrest, which is adjustable, so that's on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. Auto-activated lights, auto-activated wipers come as standard. The vehicle is supplied with 2 full flip remote keys. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel, and you can see there on the top of the steering wheel, little to no wear really on the steering wheel, which is always nice to see. On the left hand side you get your cruise control settings and the volume for the radio. On the right hand side the onboard computer controls, and you can also answer and hang up the phone just there. Looking at the mileage, 22,305 miles, and you can see it's all idling correctly, no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. Into the centre then, 6-speed manual gearbox, which I mentioned right at the start of the video, that accompanies that 130 PS diesel engine. Air conditioning, heated seats, so driver's and passenger seat. Heated windscreen, that's the actual elements in the screen, and also heated wing mirrors as well. Down on the left hand side then, USB port and a 12-volt socket. And then into the centre, one of the big selling points for the Transit Custom, and that is the Sync 3 screen, which we can see here. Not only does it give you DAB radio, of course you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth, but if you connect a smartphone to this via one of the USB ports, either this one or the one up on top of the dashboard here, that gives you App Connect, so Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, depending on what phone you have got, which is, as I say, an absolute game changer in these vans. I mentioned service history, so we do have evidence of 2 previous services being carried out on this vehicle. So this vehicle was registered in September 2021. We have evidence of a service in 23 and 24, so I believe they were both done in January. So January 23, January 24. During our preparation as well, we have actually conducted a further full service on it. So even though the last one was only done in January, I think it was around 18,000 miles, so it hasn't done many miles. But as I say, during our preparation, we want to make sure that there's nothing left to do on the van. We've gone through it, done a full service on it, and that means all of the filters on the van have been changed. We also did a brake fluid change on it as well, and a new set of wiper blades, all as part of that preparation. We may actually have done its first MOT as well. I'll have to double check that, but the details of that will be in the advert. So just to summarise then, this is a one owner from new Ford Transit Custom. It's the 300, so 3-ton gross vehicle weight. 2-litre EcoBlue Euro 6 diesel engine, 130 PS, which I say is roughly 130 brake horsepower. This is the L2 long wheelbase limited. As I say, this is what we call our signature, so all of the styling which you can see here, so front splitter, front grille, wheels, sidebars, roof bars, rear spoiler. Of course in the back then you've got the brand new ply lining in there, and of course how we like to prepare them. Fantastic service history with 2 previous services being recorded, plus a 3rd service which has been done with our specialist workshop, which is Bridgend Van Care, only 400 metres from us down the road over there. So a very, very attractive proposition indeed. Nice low miles, beautiful condition, and ready to drive away straight away when you see this video. If you haven't seen it already, I'd urge you to head over to our website there, bridgendvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the price, the description and the photography of the vehicle, and of course all of the others that we've currently got advertised. The vehicle will be supplied with 12 months AA warranty, completely free of charge. You have got options to increase that to 2 or 3 years with ourselves if you want to, so it's $399 plus VAT to go to 2 years and $599 plus VAT to go to 3 years. So certainly some options there to consider. I'd say quite a lot of coverage there for not a huge amount of money in my opinion. We can deliver our vehicles nationwide. We can also take cars or vans in part exchange, and of course we can arrange finance at very competitive rates as well. Thank you very much for watching.